obelisk the Tormentor. I summon you by sacrificing 3 of my monsters.
Show yourself, my great beast of the sky!
Summon the almighty Swiper, the Sky Dragon! Synchro Shogun! Orinseyo! Tokushin o Roki! 手に現れよ! Synchro Shogun! Orinseyo! Tokushin o Tor! Sakojin! Tokushin Seite!
Welcome to Teamshockwaves channel. My name is Jeff Nguyen, and I have my co-host here, SC. And we'll be commenting today in the Shockwave Showdown.
Yeah, we're bringing you another special match done by Team Shockwave. This time they're trying to have a sort of battle royale between different members, each of them representing a different factions of the God series. So we're having some members use the Egyptian god cards and some using the Nordic gods in this feature match.
That's right, so let's get down to a God Showdown.
Let's see which one remains victorious.
With that in mind, let's look at both teams.
Alright.
Edo is playing Winged Dragon of Ra. This looks like a pretty good build using the Raccoon engine. Being able to use Obedience School for his 3 monsters to tribute summon his Ra. He's also using cards that gain life points, taking advantage of Ra's attack boost as well as his destruction effect.
For Parker, his Loki deck seems similar to a Chaos build. Of course, no Chaos build would be complete without the Blackluster Soldier on board at the beginning. We have Parker playing
Nordics.
Yeah, Nordics. He is the god of the Asia today. He's beginning his turn. Let's see what he does. Parker is playing back row. 3 and end.
I have Edo setting monster. Looks like 2 back rows, passing the turn.
Looks like both of our players are playing back rows today. Might as well, this match might as well be face down versus face down. Pass turn from Parker. Pass turn from Edo. Alright, and he goes for it. Nordic Asia. Let's send both.
Parker goes through his deck, search for 1 Nordic monster. What's he going to be searching for?
Probably the goats. Alright, looks like they're both contemplating what they're going to do with their plays.
Eduardo summoning Ponpoco.
Strong play there. Gets a special summon.
Gets a special summon monster face down. And Tantan gives him almost a plus. Where
Oh, here's the torrential. How's Edo going to respond with this?
Trap Stun. Good play. Protects his monsters. He's not losing anything.
It's a very strong play by Eduardo right now.
Back to Tantan though. He would definitely gain an advantage if he keeps it on board. We have Messenger Piece. Passes turn, forgets to attack. It could be probably a big mistake.
Could be. Parker has to climb a slightly uphill battle here. Oh, you have an MST. Is he going to go for the back? Oh, he went for the messenger. Looks like Parker is planning to attack this turn.
You have a face-up attack mode, 800 monster. I would probably go for it also.
Alright, he summons Verge, which allows him to get another summon of the Loja South, which he searched earlier. He's going to use its effect on Verge. Oh, no. No, he just attacks instead.
As I was saying, Tan now, since he only attacked one monster, he's still gonna have his advantage of 3 monsters.
That he is. Parker setting another card to the back row.
That Supremacy Berry is gonna gain 2,000 life points. Sets a monster, so ending his turn. Yep.
Draws a card. You know what? I'm going to just refer to all these Nordics by their colors. Activates and gets easier to hand.
They are way too hard to pronounce, to be honest with you.
I agree. None of the Scandinavian languages are my first, second, or third languages. Attacks into
It'll
a
probably be
Momonga.
my last language, right?
Attacks into a Momonga and a strong solemn warning to stop. Parker's doing a good job on trying to control the amount of monsters Edo can keep on the field at one time. He's definitely trying to stop as best as he can from the Winged Dragon of Ra making its appearance. I was sitting here thinking, Nordic White attacks into a Raikou. Decides to destroy the back card, which is a Forbidden Lands. Raikou.
Really, what's that?
Draining Shield, another Raikou.
Haven't seen that in a while, huh?
Yeah, Draining Shield. But this is a deck formulated to get as many life points as you can for the one-turn kill with the Winged Dragon of Ra. So I guess that's why we're seeing some unorthodox choices here.
Thinking about flipping that Tan.
It's always a party when Tantan's flipped up.
Goes for the bunny. Pretty recent card. 2 sets ago. It gets when special summoned from by a beast effect, he gets to destroy 1 card on the field.
Wow. Looks like it might be another strong play by Edo. So
See if Parker actually has a response to this.
I don't think either of these decks are playing Effect Failure. Goes for Nordic Red, the 5-star monster. Parker lets it go. Oh man, the overlay unit.
Just checking out his options here. I'd probably go to a Gachi, probably hold back a little bit. He chooses Sandayu. Interesting play. He's gonna detach to
Get a large token.
get a target token that's actually a 1400 attack, but Parker chooses to trade off and has another monster on the field. Sandayu's open for anything, so leaving him in attack mode also is probably gonna hurt. And he chooses to crash.
We have a crash. Now we want the loss of 1,000. Let's see if Parker. Oh, we have a back row monster. No, he's already summoned.
Now that Edo has a new monster on the field, Sandayu has a better protection since he can't be destroyed while there's another beast on the field.
Oh, it's a pretty good card.
It's a great card. If there's two on the field, they can't be destroyed. It's a nice soft lock. Now, let's say Edo finds a way to summon a Winged Dragon or Raw right now, pay all his life points for that until 100. We'll have 9,300 Raw with 2 extra tokens, or maybe 1 token. Leaving him with 2 tokens. Or 2 monsters, actually, I'm sorry.
Looks like Parker goes back in the deck with his Asia card.
We have Mara here.
Mara. Oh, wow.
And with Mara, you get the Synchro Summon with only the monsters in your hand for a Nordic. It has to be 2 Nordic monsters, actually.
So he brings out the Loki.
We do have Loki, and Loki's effect, if he declares in a battle, when he declares an attack, he can negate a spell or trap card when anything is activated. Parker has 2 tuners in his graveyard, I believe. The red one and the black one, Mara, and I can't pronounce his name, but
Nordic red.
So, and here comes the BLS.
Here comes the BLS.
He can either remove, but probably the smart play is running into the monster. There we are.
Alright, Nordic running in.
Going in for a lot of damage. And then BLS is going to end up running up the monster again. Because Mole gets to be special summoned back onto the field
in the defense
after being destroyed.
So he hits that for now and then hits Sandayu.
For 2,000. Good play.
Very good play. Alright, here's the Dark Hole. Parker loses the BLS and Loki.
Obedience School.
Here is the power play from Edo.
Now, Obedience School, you get to special summon 3 Beast Effect monsters. Remember, 3 Beast Effect monsters, they have to be different names, they have to be different monsters. And he won't be able to special summon any other monsters other than beast monsters this turn because of the effect of Obedience School.
But I'm pretty sure if he,
and here comes his
Mega Ultra Chicken.
Egyptian god.
Winged
Ra.
Dragon of Ra.
And he's gonna sacrifice all his life points until he has 100.
Power of Ra and attack Parker for most of his life points. It's a 100 to 200 life point game. Loki returns by his effect.
And he gets to get a trap card actually back by activating that effect, and Parker chooses to get Torrential Tribute.
Alright, Parker's in a little bit of a bind here. Loki, while sitting at an impressive 3,300 attack, is nowhere near large enough to attack over Ra. Parker's weighing his options, seeing what's in his graveyard, probably checking how many times Loki can return.
Now, since Loki's been special summoned at the end phase of Edo's turn, he gets to switch it back to defense and hopefully playing defensively.
See if Edo is packing a big bang shot in his deck. Nope.
He gains a Supremacy Berry, and we just saw that earlier in the game. And surprisingly, Edo is 100 less than Parker, so he's gonna gain the 2,000 instead of taking 1,000 life points. So he gets to choose to activate Ra's effect or not, and let's see if he does. By paying 1,000 life points, he can destroy a monster on the side, his opponent's side of the field.
No, I think it's a little too close, especially with the torrential option. I would not be trying to destroy any monsters. I would think I'd need all the life points necessary. He chooses to attack the face down. And the face down is Nordic orange. So it looks like he's going to get to select a Nordic relic card in his graveyard and add it to his hand. Alright, Parker summons another Nordic orange and flips up torrential. Edo has no responses.
Well, what's gonna happen?
Oh!
And a lance.
Lance.
There goes Ra.
And
Not
now
the
Loki.
strongest of the Egyptian gods. He's
And
actually very hard to use.
Now Loki attacks directly
And a Enchanted Javelin.
but it's only a farce, because not only can Loki negate it, Loki is unaffected by trap card effects right now because of Lance.
And that's the game.
What a game. And that was a close call for Parker, but just like Loki, he was able to use his tricks to get out of that sticky situation and win the game.
The upcoming round, we have Mike Jones going against Christopher Dominguez. Let's take a look at their key cards. This is a pretty interesting build. Mike using Agent for his Slifer the Sky Dragon, using cards like Reckless Greed and Upstart Goblin to draw more cards with Pestis, Goddess of Light.
Here we have Chris using the Curry Charge to bring out the God of Thunder, so expect to see a lot of milling in this match.
Here we are coming into the second match. We have Michael Jones on the Egyptian god side with Slifer the Sky Dragon.
And we have Chris Dominguez with Thor, Lord of the Azure, the strongest of the Azure Synchro monsters.
Actually, Odin is with 4,000 attack.
4,000?
Thor actually has 35.
I have got to brush up on my duels. I have the customary set of face down, and pass.
And Michael is gonna trade in, try to get the advantage.
Burns a dead Christia to be used later, probably. See what else he has up to.
Just thinking pretty hard here. Magical Mallet.
That's a bit odd.
I'm gonna search for his plays, I guess. Mel is a really good card, but at the same time, you're minusing 1 for cards that you don't need in your hand. Famous Chris Dominguez shuffle there.
Jones goes in for 2 cards.
Once he draw, does he have it?
I'm thinking he probably opened without Earth in hand. Gets rid of Hecatrice to search Valhalla.
Valhalla is a more recent version of an old school card called the Mummy.
The Mummy, but this one for fairies.
And you get to special summon a fairy from your hand while you control no monsters. Interesting play so far. I don't know why he put it in the graveyard.
I guess he didn't want the Valhalla.
Oh, there we go.
He's realized his error. Good job, Mike Jones.
So I guess the mallet really did help out.
Guess so. Valhalla allows him to get special summon Venus. Activate Venus. A little loss of 500 gets him a smoke ball. He activates again.
It's gonna do another.
And a third time. Wait a minute.
That's 4 monsters he can tribute for and Slifer the Sky Dragon right now, but can he do it?
He hasn't normal summoned this turn.
Did he mail it into the Slifer?
Did he mail it into game-winning plays? What's he gonna do?
In that previous game with Raw.
Oh, he's tributing. He's tributing.
Has the Slifer the Sky Dragon. Look at that.
The executive producers on the field.
He has 2,000 attacks, 2 cards in hand. So as I was saying, I think Raw is actually the weakest of all God cards.
Yeah.
And Slifer is just slightly better than that. If not slightly, much better. Raw is the worst. He can't special summon, and it's very hard to use his attack.
He attacks him Slifer into the white goat. Gives himself some tokens. Venus eats a token. Sets a back card, leaving Slifer with a measly 1,000 attack, and then he ends the turn.
Now with Slifer's effect, if any monster is normal summon or special summon, I believe, in attack mode, they lose 2,000 attack. If they hit 0, they automatically die.
Wow. Well, seeing as Chris Dominguez is playing the the Nordic goats, as they're called, the white and black goats, the white one, it does care about Slifer, but the black one, oh, no. I'm mistaken. I thought the goats were a little stronger than they actually are. So they will all be going into defense position.
Chris here, he searched for the white goat off the trap card.
Yep.
And we have the mistakes of putting them into the graveyard for searching here. Guys, you guys don't want to do that. And if your opponent doesn't say anything, it doesn't really matter. You forgot.
Mind control the Slifer. Alright, the Slifer is now Chris Dominguez's.
For the turn.
But what will he do? He can't tribute.
Can't tribute, and this is probably a good play here, where he has the mind control. Now he can summon monsters without fearing of them being destroyed.
This is true. It seems like he's still thinking. Looks like he might have had multiple options. He could summon Foolish Burial. Interesting.
So even at 1,000 attack points, you wouldn't be able to do too much. For example, if I had a Cyber Dragon in my hand, it would be special summon in attack mode, or you can do it actually in defense mode, but then you wouldn't be able to change it into attack mode.
That's true.
But then he would lose 2,000 attack, leaving him with 100 attack, and you can't run over that with 100 attack points. Summons the horse, which lets him special summon
another horse. And a white goat.
Well, actually, he played Soul Drain here.
Oh,
Soul Charge.
Soul Charge.
He's gonna synchro summon to Thor.
Thor has very interesting effects. Once per turn, you can negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent controls until the end phase. And he has the Nordic the
ability to come back.
Yep, and when he comes back, he burns for 800 damage. Does not attack, so
Can't attack because of the Soul Charge. He passes back to Slifer. Plays the Reckless, leaving Slifer 4,000 attack, clearly larger than the Thor.
But the thing is, the Thor can come back on the next turn and negate Slifer's effect.
You're right. Slifer wouldn't be at 0 attack points.
I thought it would be a bit large.
Looks like Michael Jones is in a pinch here. Upstart Goblin. Not sure if that's a good play or a bad play.
I guess
He's in a pretty tight spot right now.
He's looking for more options, but he is larger.
Really thinking it through.
Right. Looks like he removes Venus for Hyperion. Alright, he has the option of blowing up monsters.
He's gonna remove an agent card to destroy his Loki. Oh, I'm sorry, it's actually Thor.
He summons Earth, which lets him go through his deck and get another agent to hand except Earth. Alright, gets another Venus. There are no more shine balls, but Slifer does love cards. Alright. Looks like he's going to attack.
Go in for big damage here.
Indeed.
Slifer with 3,000 attack points. Just demolishing Chris's life points.
Sets a back card. Slifer back to 2,000. There will be no drawing for the next 2 turns for Mike Jones.
Oh, and here comes Thor. Back on the field, dealing the 800 damage. At this point, it's going to be really tough for him because Thor is going to negate all effects. And that's going to be a punch into his face here. With the Curry Bandit, he's going to, instead of swinging into Slifer with 0 attack, he chooses to attack the Hyperion and attack the Slifer for less damage. Confusing. Gonna activate the Curry Bandit effect. It's gonna actually probably search for
Looks like he gets a Mirror Force for some protection.
well, he can't set it this turn.
No, he cannot.
Well, with a reckless greed. Could you imagine Thor trying to take a swing while he had 2 cards in hand and activated reckless?
That would have been amazing. Alright, Mike Jones still searching through his options.
Looks like he's might be out of plays here. Without his key card, Slifer the Sky Dragon. I was gonna get out of it. Soul Charge.
What a play.
Can only summon 2 monsters at this time, but let's see what we can do.
Wow.
Comes back with the Hyperion and Christia play. Look at that. He's gonna activate Hyperion's effect, destroy Loki. Oh, I'm sorry, Thor. And Thor wouldn't be able to come back because of the Christia's effect.
Then he's just going to swing through for gain.
Both taking out key monsters in their deck, their boss monsters, and Michael Jones playing a little unfair with a little bit more boss monsters than Chris here. Chris has to play defensively, and I don't think Chris is going to be able to get out of this one with the Hyperion on the field.
He's gonna blow up
The back row, which was the Mirror Force that we saw. Could it be a goat? But it wouldn't matter anyways because Christie is on the field. This looks like a good game right here.
This is the swing through for game. Yep.
And that's it.
I can't believe it. My boy Mike Jones just came back with the help of Master Hyperion and Archlord Christia.
I really thought Mike would have lost this one once Thor negated Slifer's effect. I can't believe he found another way out with that great play by Archlord Christia and Hyperion. With the score all tied up, the next game will determine everything. Before the game starts, let's take a sneak peek of some of the cards from both of these decks.
Ariel is using these big monsters to swarm the field, just so he can summon Obelisk.
And looks like Alan's made some sort of stall build, bringing out Odin. Hopefully Obelisk can get over these cards. Here we are, back again. Game 3. We have Ariel on the left-hand side with the Egyptian god, Obelisk the Tormentor.
My favorite.
This is also mine. And then we have Alan Fung, who's going to be playing the Nordic side for Odin.
The Allfather, Lord of the Azure. Alright. They're doing their pre-match. Oh. For mine, I have Alan going straight into double Upstart.
Upstart doesn't seem like the best card in the world, but instead of having 40 cards, it ends up being 37. So you're drawing a lot better.
Your percentages for hitting cards are much better. Is that
Straight
lambs?
That's
Wow.
He's going in.
He is going
Does he
in.
have it? No, I see red eyes.
I see a lot of things. It's like he's setting.
It looks to me like he's setting a trap card of monster cards on.
Exodius, the ultimate forbidden one. It looks like he's playing a trap monster. Gets MST'd because it's still a trap card. Sets another trap. Puts Exodius in the deck to special summon another Exodius. He has 3 monsters. And just like that, Obelisk has arrived. Cannot respond to the summon and swings into a Spirit Reaper.
Best god card ever. This is what Raw should have been. With just effects you can't be negated.
And
can't be
Obelisk
targeted.
swings into a Marshmallow and he is being walled. It looks like Alan Fung is very ready to deal with this.
Stalling up, huh?
Out of duality, gaining. Oh, I did not see what card he just gained, but hopefully we'll see in a bit.
Well, with Obelisk, he can actually destroy his wall if he has 2 monsters, but he wouldn't be able to attack with Obelisk. It's a good idea with the trap monsters. He gets to gain that advantage with the monster. And you see that Soul Exchange can actually still tribute one of Alan's monsters with his effect.
It's true, he might think about saving it, but he could actually just activate it and have the Spirit Reaper just get destroyed by its own effect, just for targeting it for the Soul Exchange. Might not be a bad play here. Looks like he might be thinking about it, but let's see what happens. Well, looks like he passed his turn. And Fun goes in dualities again to Compulse.
Reaper and the goats again. Look at that.
Thinking about goats, thinking about goats, thinking about goats.
Well, with the Compulse,
Takes
he wouldn't
the
be
Reaper.
able to compulse the obelisk back because the obelisk can't be targeted by card effects.
An effect that all the god cards should have had.
So yeah, I'm just gonna wall up, hopefully synchro soaking into that Odin.
Looks like a field spell has been played. And I believe Ariel's going in, removing Cyber End Dragon for Prolific Cyber End.
This leaves
4,000 meters and Exodius. It looks like he has the 2 monsters needed. And he's gonna XY. Oh no. It's
Super
the
cannon
railgun.
It's gonna destroy.
Book.
Oh, look at that with a nice response. Book of Moon wouldn't be able to activate anything. There's no priority left in this game. I know it's been a long time for that, but a tour guide. Search for another tour guide. At least we wouldn't see a sand game because then it would be an illegal deck, right?
Yes. I wonder if he's going into.
So he's going to an Alucard. He's gonna save it with a lance. Destroy the railgun. Great play so far.
Very good play. Alright, compulses Alucard back now that it's done.
To be honest, don't think I would have sent the Alucard back.
I would have just ran over it the next turn.
Probably send back the Spear Reaper.
Could. Just set him back a turn.
So, with Mound of the Bound Creator, I believe the field spell is called. Every time Obelisk destroys a monster, Alan will be taking 1,000 life points.
Ooh,
and it's just a really good card since, I mean, Obelisk already has the effect of not being able to target, but with the field spell card, any and all level 10 and higher will not be able to be targeted.
That's really good. In a few moments while we explain that, it looks like Mr. Fung played a Valkyrie and went into Scrap Dragon to get rid of that field spell. And it looks like the field spell, upon being destroyed, granted another obelisk. I was thinking some plays and play Soul Exchange on Marshmelon. Oh man. What's he gonna do? Thung's thinking. He's doing a nice little twirly thing with that one card.
He's just stalling now, hopefully.
And he compulses the Marshmelon. Refuses to have his card triggered.
Probably that Marshmelon.
More than likely. Obelisk attacks into the Scrap Dragon
and
gets
Mirror
Forced.
Look at that.
Goodbye, Obelisk.
Can't be targeted, but Mirror Force doesn't target.
Looks like RL is gonna have to figure out what to do now. His board is completely empty, And he's used quite a few powerful options earlier on in the game. He also is going to have to be able to get rid of that Scrap Dragon, because anything he sets can get blown up. It also looks as though his opponent is holding the card advantage. I'm not entirely sure, but it seems to be the case. I don't know, Alan Fun has 2 cards in hand. Ariel, normal summons.
It's actually Raw's Disciple, and when it's normal summon or special summon, he gets special summon 2 from his deck, or up to 2. From his deck, and they can't not be tributed unless it's for a divine monster.
Okay. So yes, 3 of them in attack mode. He's already done his normal summon.
Waiting for a response from Alan and see what it is. Actually, it's Alan's turn.
Looks like he passed turn, and that was it. Alright.
Interesting play where
Alan's field makes quick work of the Disciples.
card advantage has been gained but quickly lost, and anything could happen with Scrap Dragon. Nope. And there he goes, passing the turn. And I just saw him draw the Exodius, which will give him an extra monster.
He summons Hardened Arm Dragon, discarding Red Eye's Metal. Hardened Arm, a particularly good card because it prevents the monster that it's tributed for, if it's, level 7 or higher, from being destroyed.
Exodius just putting everything back.
And he sacks all 3,
and we see that Obelisk again.
This time even stronger than it was before, effect-wise. Takes this opportunity to run over Scrap Dragon. Now there are very few things in this game that can get past an Obelisk that has been tribute summoned by tributing a Hardened Arm Dragon. There are still things, but there are very few.
Well, we can't Mirror Force again, and we would not be able to remove it from play if we target.
No, we would not. So Caius obviously is not an option. How is Unfun going to get past this? Well, I suppose he could get larger than it and run over it.
Ariel with a back row, Alan with 2 monsters, 1 unknown, and he's gonna play defensively.
Alright, smart choice.
3 monsters, sets and turn. He has 2 cards left in his hand.
Swords of Revealing Light reveal a Spirit Reaper and a Shining Angel. One sets a 3rd and passes.
Ariel in a tight spot, can't run over the Spirit Reaper, and if he attacks a Shining Angel, there's just gonna be another monster to replace it.
Probably a tuner as well. Attacks the unknown card for another 1000 burn for the Marshmallow that was composed earlier this game.
Marshmallow actually takes back from those extra upstart goblins. And he was given those 1000 life points to.
And Alan deciding not to play a 4th monster to the board. Smart choice, because at any point a torrential could become horrible. Absolutely horrible for Alan Fung.
Yeah, you see that amount of bound creator again.
Alright, so maybe,
maybe he'll attack the Shining Angel to do the 1000.
It looks like Alan Fung wants him to attack the Shining Angel, but
he passes the turn without doing anything.
Alright, Alan Fung normal summons what looks to be Valkyrie.
You have the soul charge here. So Adrius can't be when he attacks, no card effects can be activated.
Until the end of the damage step, I'm assuming?
Correct.
Alright, so
he's gonna take the 2000.
He brings back his tuner and he goes 7, 8, 9, 10.
10.
Oh.
And we see it.
We finally see
Odin. Odin on the field. 4,000 attack, but Hardened and Dragon.
Well, he can still be destroyed by battle.
Most likely, we're gonna crash into each other.
The only problem is he can't attack this turn. Sets protection. This is the turn. Some more thoughts.
Ariel's turn.
Flips
Reckless
Greed.
Now, as you can see, I just saw
Phase into the Hardened Arm Dragon. And he removes it for Red Eye's Darkness Nettle. He special summons another Hardened Arm from the graveyard. And a burn is applied because of the field spell. Red Eye is having, I believe, 10 stars. Protection Angel.
I think they were having a discussion whether Shining Angel was a mandatory effect or an optional effect.
Shining Angel is optional.
Would have been game since if Alan does summon a monster, it would have to be in attack mode.
Yes, it would have been all this would have been a lot of fun.
All the haunted.
The haunted. Turn the end phase for Scrap Dragon. Activates Forbidden Lands.
Gonna target the bound creator because he can't target the red eyes or the obelisk.
Nope.
And he's gonna activate
Dark Hole.
Odin's effect, which he's unaffected by spells or trap cards. So with Odin's effect, he wouldn't be able to be destroyed by Dark Hole.
Scrap Dragon was protected by Lens and Obelisk by Hardened Arm Dragon.
And Odin crashed into the obelisk and is being special summoned back onto the field.
During the end phase. And burning for an additional 800. So
Odin gets to draw because of his effect of coming back.
I'm sorry, I'm still thinking about Thor.
All these games with all these gods, you gotta remember all the effects, right?
It's true.
And we have Mirror Force. Interesting play because if Odin could have just activated his effect to be unaffected by spells and traps. Power of Duality, he's gonna have to play the Swords of Revealing Light.
So we can stall for 3 turns. Sword flips like a shining angel.
Without any other tuners that he used for Odin, Odin's not coming back.
Oh no, MST.
You know,
MST
Shining
hits. Shining angel hits for 14. Looks like Ariel draws cards.
They're both players on the ropes a little bit, but Alan's definitely getting in with the Shining Angel.
Giving all the free damage he can give.
Harold not drawing the monsters he needs, or at least something, huh?
Another 1400, putting Ariel to 600 life.
Monsters, but nothing he can actually do.
So Ariel summons a hardened arm dragon, normal summons. And fun goes.
He's trying to take less damage from maybe possibly surviving.
See if he can get something on the next draw. Having fun going through his options.
Soul Charge, and it seems that Ariel might give up this game. But let's hope and watch. Definitely special summon back that Odin.
It's true. Oh, and
there it is.
Does.
And,
he does.
Ariel's probably gonna give up this game. There's no outs to it.
And what a series of matches. It looks like the Nordic gods came out victorious. Were you expecting that, Jeff?
I was actually expecting all the regular Egyptian gods to win. I was really rooting for that.
Honestly, I was too. Obelisk has a very soft spot in my heart. It's my favorite card of all 6 that we've seen today.
Mine too. And unfortunately, with all these Nordic cards, we're not losing as much advantage versus where the Egyptian gods are taking so much card advantage and not utilizing.
Yeah, I agree with that. You do take a lot of resources to do a tribute summon as opposed to a special summon. Especially with some of the Nordic cards being able to use cards from your hand to immediately go into the boss monster.
Exactly. Mound of the Bound Creator is definitely helpful. Unfortunately, only Ariel here got the card out, and Obelisk didn't even need it.
It's true. I think that the Slifer player should have played Precious Cards from Beyond. Anytime you tribute summon a monster that requires 2 or more tributes, draw 2 cards. That would have helped with this card advantage issue. Keeping Slifer at a much larger number for attack points.
We don't talk about Raw because it's the worst god card. Just
Actually, the worst card ever. There are some
normal monsters are probably better than this monster.
Wise White Dragon is a lot better than Raw.
Raw, you only have 2 options. Sacrifice your life points for everything, for 1 hit, or you sit there with 0 attack points and spend your life points destroying a monster. It's not worth it unless you're playing something like Supremacy Barrier, which is such a hard card to just draw into without the card advantage.
Agreed. I think with Raw, you're really going for a high risk, high reward, hit or miss situation.
Too much.
There's way too many things that can stop that kind of play, and they're more feasible, and they're just better types of high risk, high reward plays to make a Yu-Gi-Oh! Than to
put it all on a Raw. It's not.
Unfortunately, I hope we're not hurting any Raw fans out there, but they just didn't do a good job of his effect in this iteration of the game.
We don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but Raw might be the worst card in this game.
Oh, how unfortunate. Well, this concludes our Team Shockwave showdown. If you like this video, please feel free to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll be sure to bring you more videos like this in the future. Again, this was Jeff Nguyen, my co-host right here. I'm SC Leslie, and thank you for watching.
Team Shockwave signing out.